This is taken at his 4. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, tight down. There you go.
Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Prescott now. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Still fighting for more. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down carry by Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now Prescott, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Rudolph going to lead the Steelers up now, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rudolph. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Trying to get the first with Samuels. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Go.
Going for it, it's Rudolph. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Rudolph looking to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, but it's going to be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ready?
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
On the run is Counter. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Ready? 8, read. Set right, 54. Hey, Alpha. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 55.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Go now. 60 out more. Oh, you got deep? Recon, 132.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. They'll run with Samuels. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
Brad, I think we have to look back at the big call to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, that set up everything, and the end result, the short touchdown run. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think every coach would have gone for it back there.
You and I both know every coach would not have gone for it back there. So that's showing a little bit of faith, actually showing a lot of faith in his team, and it was rewarded.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Kill.
First down, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 24. On first and 10, Prescott, a dump off to Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On second and 10, Rudolph. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Silver. Kill.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Barry on the punt as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
At their own 39-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 22-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. No running room for Zeke on first down as he'll maybe get a yard out of that. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 10th carry now for Elliott. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, "It's not my night"? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And some room to roam now. And they do get him out of bounds. wins finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Check, Lucky, let's go.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Nice, sweetheart.
Hey, high 7. Come. Now.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A.
3rd and 15.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, an 80-yard touchdown, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Shoot.
Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Hey, Haywood.
One set. Check, Mike.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Samuels. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Anthony Brown there on the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. 2nd and 5 now. Rudolph. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
Set up. 18 Gator.
Squeeze, double. Shoot.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it with Connor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, man, watch the boot.
back to throw. Buying time to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
And the Cowboy first down.
47.
They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down. Now Prescott. Being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. One last shot now for Prescott. Steps away to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.